Have you ever looked around and thought, why do I have so much, yet still feel overwhelmed? Maybe your home is filled with things you rarely use, or your schedule is packed with commitments that drain your energy. We live in a world overflowing with distractions, responsibilities, and pressures to do more, have more, and be more. But guess what? A happier, more peaceful life isn't about adding, it's about subtracting. Imagine waking up feeling free, clear-headed, and in control of your life. What if the key to happiness was letting go? Stick with me and let's explore the art of simple living, reconnecting with nature, decluttering your mind, and focusing on what truly matters. Now, before you think I'm about to tell you to throw everything away and live in a tiny house, relax. That's not what this is about. Simple living isn't about extremes. It's about making space for what actually brings joy. Think about it. When was the last time you truly felt at peace? Was it when you bought something new, or was it during a quiet, meaningful moment? In this video, we're going to explore how small, mindful shifts can lead to a huge impact on your happiness. We'll talk about the power of nature, the magic of decluttering, and the beauty of slowing down. Imagine waking up each day feeling lighter, more focused, and more present. No more rushing from one thing to the next, no more cluttered spaces or overwhelming to-do lists. Instead, your life becomes a place of intention, where everything you do and own has meaning. By the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to cut the noise and embrace what truly matters. So, take a deep breath, let go of the rush, and let's get started on this journey together. We've been told over and over that more is better, more stuff, more success, more commitment. But let's be honest, has this actually made us any happier? Instead of feeling fulfilled, many of us feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and constantly stretched too thin. Our homes are packed with things we don't need, our schedules are overloaded with tasks that don't bring joy, and our minds are racing from one worry to the next. Here's the truth. Happiness isn't about accumulation, it's about alignment, aligning your life with what truly matters. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly at peace? Chances are it wasn't when you were caught up in the chaos of modern life. The good news? You don't have to stay stuck in this cycle. You have the power to break free, simplify, and reclaim your time and energy. In this video, I'll walk you through simple, actionable steps to help you create more space for peace and joy in your life. Nature isn't just something nice to look at, it's an essential part of our well-being. When was the last time you truly stepped outside, took a deep breath, and felt connected to the world around you? Think about it. When you're overwhelmed or stressed, don't you feel better after a walk in the park or sitting quietly by the ocean? There's a reason for that. Nature has the power to ground us, to bring us back to the present moment, to remind us that life doesn't have to be so complicated. Studies have shown that spending time in nature lowers stress, improves mood, and even enhances creativity. It's no wonder that people who make time for the outdoors tend to feel more at peace with themselves. And you don't need to book a week-long camping trip to experience these benefits. Even something as simple as walking barefoot on the grass, tending to a small garden, or watching the sunrise can have a profound impact on your mental clarity and emotional balance. Think about a time when you felt completely at ease. Maybe it was watching the waves crash against the shore or listening to the rustling leaves on a breezy afternoon. That moment of stillness, that's nature working its magic. It strips away distractions and brings you back to the present. And in a world that constantly demands your attention, finding peace in nature is like pressing the reset button for your soul. If you feel like you don't have time for nature, ask yourself this: do you have time to be stressed? Because that's what happens when we're disconnected from the natural world. We get caught up in deadlines, screens, and endless responsibilities, forgetting that some of the best medicine is just outside our doorstep. So, here's my challenge for you. Step outside today, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Put your phone away, take a deep breath, and just be. Observe the world around you, listen to the birds, feel the wind on your skin, connect. Because the more you do, the more you'll realize that nature isn't just something out there, it's a part of you. The more we integrate nature into our daily routines, the more balanced and present we become. Whether it's starting your day with a morning walk, sipping tea on your porch, or simply feeling the sunlight on your skin, nature is always available to bring peace into your life. Clutter isn't just about having too much stuff. It's about the weight it puts on your mind, your emotions, and your daily life. Ever walked into a messy room and instantly felt stressed? That's not just in your head. Studies have shown that clutter increases cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. And let's be real, how many things do you own that you haven't touched in months, maybe even years? Now, think about this. Have you ever cleaned out a closet or a drawer and felt an immediate sense of relief? That's because your brain craves order. Your environment directly impacts your mood, your focus, and even your productivity. When your space is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. So let's talk about decluttering, not as a chore, but as a way to reclaim your peace. One easy rule to follow? The 1-year rule. If you haven't used it in the past year, you probably don't need it. Be honest with yourself. Do you really need that stack of old magazines, those extra coffee mugs, or that pair of jeans you swear you'll fit into again someday? If it's not serving you now, it's just taking up space. Marie Kondo made the phrase, "Does this spark joy?" famous for a reason. It's a powerful question to ask yourself when deciding what to keep. If an item doesn't bring you joy, purpose, or real use, it's time to say goodbye. And remember, decluttering isn't just about throwing things away. You can donate, recycle, or gift items to someone who might actually need them. If the thought of decluttering your entire home feels overwhelming, start small. Pick one area, a single drawer, your nightstand, your kitchen counter. Commit just 10 minutes to it. You'd be surprised how much lighter you feel just by clearing a small space. But decluttering isn't just about your home, it's also about the digital clutter in your life. How many unread emails are sitting in your inbox? How many apps are clogging up your phone? Try unsubscribing from junk emails, deleting apps you never use, and organizing your digital files. A clean phone and inbox can feel just as refreshing as a clean home. Decluttering also means making intentional choices about what comes into your life. Before buying something new, ask yourself, do I need this? Will this add value, or will it just be another thing to manage? Being mindful of what you bring into your space prevents clutter from building up in the first place. At the end of the day, decluttering isn't just about getting rid of things. It's about making room for what truly matters: peace, clarity, and freedom. So, what's one small space you can declutter today? The more intentional you become about your space, the more intentional you become about your life. Start today and see how lighter you feel. Your brain can get cluttered just like your home. Too much noise, too many commitments, too many unfinished to-dos. It all adds up and takes a toll on your mental well-being. Think about it. Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, not because of a physical mess, but because your thoughts were all over the place? That's mental clutter, and just like cleaning up a messy room, clearing your mind can bring instant relief. One of the biggest sources of mental clutter? Information overload. We're constantly bombarded with emails, social media notifications, and endless to-do lists. Ever felt drained after scrolling through your phone for an hour? That's because our brains aren't meant to process that much stimulation all at once. So step 1, start cutting out the noise. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails, limit social media time, and practice being intentional about the content you consume. Another huge source of mental clutter? Overcommitting. It's easy to say yes to everything, but every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that truly matters. Simplify your schedule by prioritizing what aligns with your values. Block out time for yourself. Yes, actually put it in your calendar. Treat it like an important meeting, because it is. And let's talk about decision fatigue. When your mind is cluttered with too many choices, even small decisions feel exhausting. Ever stood in front of your closet and felt paralyzed by too many outfit choices? One way to combat this is to streamline your routines. Try simplifying your morning habits, planning meals, or even having a go-to outfit formula to cut down on unnecessary decisions. Finally, embrace mindfulness. Sometimes our minds feel cluttered simply because we're constantly in the past or the future, worrying about what's next or dwelling on what's gone. Try taking a few minutes each day to just breathe, be still, and bring your focus back to the present. Right now, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's one piece of mental clutter you can clear out today? Happiness isn't just about those big life-changing events. It's about appreciating the small moments that make up our days. Think about it. When was the last time you truly enjoyed a moment without distractions? Maybe it was sipping a hot cup of coffee on a quiet morning, hearing your child's laughter, or feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. Those moments matter. They're the building blocks of a joyful life, yet we often rush past them, always thinking about what's next. The truth is that our fast-paced lives make it easy to overlook the beauty in the ordinary. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need to do more, achieve more, and have more. But what if true happiness doesn't come from chasing the next big thing, but from slowing down and savoring what's already here? The present moment is all we truly have. Learning to embrace it is a game changer. One powerful way to cultivate joy is through gratitude. Studies show that people who actively practice gratitude feel happier, less stressed, and more satisfied with life. And it's so simple. Just take a few moments each day to acknowledge something you're grateful for. It could be as big as a life milestone or as small as the smell of fresh rain. The more you recognize the good in your life, the more joy you'll find. Another key to finding joy? Presence. Have you ever caught yourself mindlessly scrolling on your phone, completely missing what's happening around you? We've all been there. The next time you catch yourself zoning out, try refocusing on your surroundings. Notice the colors, sounds, and sensations. Engage fully in what you're doing, whether it's eating, walking, or talking to a loved one. And speaking of loved ones, deep connections bring some of the greatest joys in life. Take time to truly listen to people, be present in conversations, express appreciation. These little moments of connection, sharing a smile, a laugh, or a heartfelt conversation, are what make life meaningful. So, here's a challenge. Today, take just 5 minutes to slow down and fully enjoy something simple. Maybe it's your morning coffee, a song you love, or the feeling of fresh air on your face. Whatever it is, be present for it. Let it fill you up. Because at the end of the day, life isn't about how much we do, it's about how much we truly experience. What's one small moment you can slow down and appreciate today? We all carry emotional baggage. Maybe it's regret over something we said years ago, a grudge that's been weighing us down, or the pressure to meet expectations that were never truly ours to begin with. The truth is, holding on to these burdens doesn't change the past, it just keeps us stuck. So why do we cling to things that cause us pain? Why is it so hard to let go? One reason is fear. We fear that if we release a grudge, it means the other person wins, or that if we stop striving for perfection, we'll somehow become less valuable. But the reality is, letting go isn't about giving up. It's about freeing yourself. It's about choosing peace over resentment, presence over regret, and self-compassion over guilt. Think about it. When was the last time holding on to something negative served you? When has replaying an argument in your head ever made you feel better? If anything, it drains your energy, steals your joy, and keeps you from moving forward. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to stop letting the past control your present. One of the most powerful ways to release emotional burdens is through forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. We often hold ourselves to impossible standards, beating ourselves up over mistakes we made when we didn't know any better. But growth isn't about never making mistakes, it's about learning from them and allowing yourself to move on. Another way to lighten your emotional load? Stop carrying other people's expectations. We spend so much time worrying about what others think, whether it's family, society, or even social media, that we forget to ask ourselves what we want. But here's the thing. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your peace. You don't have to carry every expectation placed on you. It's okay to prioritize your own well-being. If you're feeling weighed down, try this simple exercise. Take a deep breath and visualize yourself letting go of whatever is holding you back. Imagine yourself setting it down, walking away, and feeling lighter. Because the moment you choose to release what no longer serves you, you create space for something better, peace, clarity, and a life that feels truly free. What's one emotional burden you can start letting go of today? At the end of the day, what really matters? Is it the things we own, the accomplishments we achieve, or the deep, meaningful connections we build with others? Relationships, whether with family, friends, or even the people we encounter briefly, are the true foundation of a fulfilling life. But in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to take these connections for granted. Think about this. When was the last time you had a genuine, uninterrupted conversation with someone you love? No phones, no distractions, just pure connection. Too often we let busyness steal our attention, making us feel isolated even when we're surrounded by people. But real relationships require intention. They need time, effort, and most importantly, presence. One of the best ways to strengthen relationships is through active listening. How often do we truly listen instead of just waiting for our turn to talk? Next time you're in a conversation, practice fully engaging. Make eye contact, put your phone away, and focus on what the other person is saying. You'll be amazed at how much deeper your connections become when people feel heard and valued. Another key to meaningful relationships? Expressing appreciation. A simple thank you, a handwritten note, or a heartfelt compliment can go a long way. People don't just want to be around you, they want to feel valued by you. Take a moment to reflect. Who in your life has supported you, inspired you, or simply been there when you needed them? Have you told them how much they mean to you? Building strong relationships also means letting go of toxic ones. Not everyone in our lives is meant to stay forever, and that's okay. If a relationship consistently drains you, makes you feel small, or takes more than it gives, it might be time to create some distance. You deserve connections that uplift and nourish your spirit. And let's not forget about building new relationships. It's never too late to form meaningful connections. Whether it's joining a local community, reaching out to an old friend, or simply being open to new conversations, human connection is what keeps us feeling alive and purposeful. At the end of our lives, we won't remember the things we bought or the deadlines we met. We'll remember the people who shared our laughter, our tears, and our journey. So today, take one small step to nurture your relationships. Send a message, make a call, or spend quality time with someone who matters to you. Because relationships aren't just part of life, they are life. What's one small action you can take today to strengthen a meaningful relationship? Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to transform your perspective and increase happiness. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, reminding you that abundance isn't just about material things, it's about appreciating the little moments that make life meaningful. Think about this. When was the last time you paused to truly appreciate something? Maybe it was the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of laughter from a loved one, or even just a moment of peace with a cup of coffee. These small things, when acknowledged, can fill your life with a deeper sense of joy. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower stress levels, better relationships, and overall improved well-being. And the best part? It's incredibly easy to do. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. They don't have to be big. Even something as simple as, I had a great conversation today, or I enjoyed a delicious meal can make a difference. Another way to cultivate gratitude? Express it. Tell the people in your life how much you appreciate them. A quick text, a handwritten note, or even a genuine smile can go a long way in strengthening your connections and spreading positivity. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to see the good, even when things aren't perfect. When you shift your mindset to one of appreciation, you open yourself up to more happiness, peace, and fulfillment. Take a moment right now. What's one thing you're grateful for today? In a world that constantly pushes us to go faster, do more, and stay busy, the idea of slow living might sound impossible. But what if slowing down was the key to a more fulfilling life? What if doing less actually helped you experience more? Slow living isn't about laziness, it's about being intentional with your time and energy. Think about it. When was the last time you truly savored a meal, enjoyed a conversation without rushing, or took a walk just for the sake of it? So often we're stuck in a cycle of doing, planning, and worrying about what's next. But when we slow down, we allow ourselves to fully engage with the present moment. One way to embrace slow living is by simplifying your routines. Start your morning without immediately reaching for your phone. Savor your first sip of coffee. Take a few deep breaths before diving into your day. These small shifts help set the tone for a more mindful, less chaotic life. Another powerful practice? Saying no to things that don't align with your values. We often overcommit because we feel obligated, but filling our schedules with unnecessary tasks only leads to exhaustion. Instead, choose what truly matters and permit yourself to let go of the rest. And let's talk about the power of presence. Whether you're spending time with loved ones, working on a project, or simply resting, be fully there. Put away distractions, engage with what's in front of you, and notice how much more meaningful life feels when you're truly present. Slow living isn't about doing nothing, it's about doing things with intention. So today, take a breath, slow down, and ask yourself, what's one small way you can embrace slow living right now? We often think that fulfillment comes from achieving big goals, acquiring more things, or reaching the next milestone. But what if true fulfillment was found in living simply? What if happiness wasn't about adding more, but appreciating what we already have? Take a moment to think about the times you've felt most content. Was it when you finally bought that expensive gadget? Or was it when you laughed with a friend, enjoyed a quiet morning, or accomplished something meaningful? More often than not, joy isn't found in things. It's found in experiences, connections, and moments of presence. One way to cultivate fulfillment is by redefining success. Society tells us that success is about wealth and status, but real success is living a life that aligns with your values. Maybe that means having more time for your passions, being there for loved ones, or simply waking up without stress. Another key to fulfillment? Letting go of comparison. We live in a world where social media constantly makes us feel like we need to do more, have more, and be more. But when you stop comparing and start appreciating, you realize that your life, just as it is, has so much to offer. And let's not forget the power of gratitude. When you focus on what's good, what's working, and what's meaningful, fulfillment follows naturally. So today, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's one simple thing that makes you feel truly fulfilled? A meaningful life isn't about how much you do, it's about doing what truly matters. When you live with intention, every choice, every action, and every moment carries a sense of purpose. But in a world full of distractions, it's easy to get caught up in busyness rather than fulfillment. So how do you create a purposeful life? It starts with knowing what's important to you. What are the values that guide your decisions? What brings you joy? Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be found in the simple things, being present with loved ones, sharing kindness, or pursuing something that excites you. When you live with purpose, even the smallest actions feel significant. You wake up with clarity, knowing your time and energy are spent on what truly matters. So take a moment today. What's one small thing you can do to align your life with your purpose? Balance isn't about perfection, it's about finding what works for you. In today's world, we're constantly pulled in different directions, juggling responsibilities, deadlines, and expectations. But when was the last time you truly felt at peace? A balanced life doesn't mean doing everything, it means focusing on what truly matters. Maybe that's carving out time for family, setting boundaries with work, or simply allowing yourself to rest without guilt. When we simplify our lives and focus on the essentials, we create space for joy, growth, and connection. Think about your daily routine. Are you constantly rushing, or do you take time to breathe? Even small changes like unplugging technology, enjoying a meal without distractions, or taking a short walk can bring more balance into your life. So today, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's one thing you can simplify to bring more balance into your life? Letting go isn't just about removing clutter from your home. It's about freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens, expectations, and worries. We hold on to so much: past mistakes, fears, and the need to control everything. But what if releasing those things brought more peace than holding on to them? Think about a time when you let go of something: a toxic relationship, a job that drained you, or even a simple habit that no longer served you. Didn't it feel like a weight was lifted? Letting go creates space for new opportunities, fresh perspectives, and lighter living. It's not always easy, but start small. Release one worry that's been holding you back. Forgive yourself for something that happened years ago. Allow yourself to move forward without carrying unnecessary baggage. Life feels lighter when we stop gripping so tightly, so take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's one thing you can let go of today?